What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of DGT Law.
Snap.
It's your family-friendly show about gaming, movies, and pop culture, all from a family-friendly perspective. I'm your host, Leo, along with
Rick.
and
Francisco. I think we need like an intro now because like
you guys want monikers?
you gotta,
I
you know,
will give you monikers.
You get us kind of pumped up and going for the show.
Monikers.
Rick
already
has one. Monikers.
So, we're going to get it right started quick, because we got a
Get
lot
it
of
right
stuff on our
started
plate. Nah, man,
Get it right started quick.
Welcome, everybody who's watching us. Sal Servant's watching live right now. Feel free to drop a comment in the comment section down below. If you have any questions, let us know.
It'll appear right here, hopefully, if Rick did things right.
Hey. I take no responsibility.
So
Stranger
we're watching
Things.
Stranger Things.
So
Why are we
what's-
watching Stranger Things,
Stranger
guys?
Things.
Why are we watching Stranger Things? What?
Okay, so I discovered
heard
something
something.
very, very interesting this morning.
Okay, now,
this awesome
He
show.
knows about it. We don't.
Yeah,
We don't know what's
So
going
You
on.
I
know,
wanna
so you're going to
see
get
their reaction.
authentic live reactions.
Which is
Times-
kinda cool.
Times 10.
and it's something
Which I
that
like
is kind of puzzling as to why it happened, but it did. So this is right here, the special edition Target exclusive of Stranger Things box set. As you can see, it's kind of like made to look like an old VHS tape. It's even like worn out here in the edges. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
it
Like
has
old
like a
VHS tapes.
like a thrift store sticker right here. And when we
Hi-Fi.
opened it, look
Yeah.
at that.
Let me have your hi-fi password.
It's an actual videotape made to look like a videotape. See, and
So far, we're not impressed, Francisco.
that-
Yeah.
that's fine.
Actually,
You
no, but
open
I
it,
like it. I really think it's really
And
cool.
there's the
No, I don't.
DVDs,
It says
and
friends
then
don't lie.
yeah, exactly. And then on the bottom, it has the Blu-ray as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
it's kind of cool.
That's
It's
really
a
cool.
DVD Blu-ray box set,
All right. All right.
and everything was cool and awesome, right? So
I'll
I
allow
saw
it.
this,
Huh.
and
I'll
I'm
allow
like,
it.
I need to get this, and it's a Target exclusive. But here's what's so cool about this:
I like a Star Wars
Netflix
character.
stole this.
How?
So basically,
Speak into the mic, Francisco.
this image right here, see that?
Let me see.
They stole this image from a website from a guy that specializes in VHS memorabilia.
Mm-hmm.
This is his picture right here. He took this
His
picture.
design.
No, not a design. He took a picture of a VHS tape and took a picture. And Netflix, I guess, because they got lazy, went onto the internet, Google Images, grabbed this image, produced this box set, and made thousands and thousands of dollars off of this guy's picture without telling him about it.
I don't think it's off of the picture they made the money off of.
Well, I mean, but still, I mean, you look at this, it's like, oh, it looks like a VHS tape. How hard would it have been for Netflix?
Was this the big reveal? Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh,
I don't think our chat is working, by the way.
color me unimpressed.
Well,
Okay, Michael's watching. Michael Garavito. Patricia Busian is watching. Hola, chicos. What's going on, Pati?
but
Good to see you.
here's the thing, though. They took an image for commercial gain.
So-
Andrew's watching us.
Okay, so this is where I would say, okay, if it was someone that put hours and hours and hours of work to
He
create
did, though.
create something out of his own mind, he took an image more than likely.
No, he didn't take an image. He
Edited.
took a picture of the VHS tape.
Right, but I mean, you're talking about. I mean, it was. I mean, I'm no professional here, but I'm assuming that was a quick little job that he did. The Stranger Things title is stamped on top of it, which is not his. Where did he get that from? He looked it up, got some kind of image, and just slapped
Is
it on.
he really missing the point here, Leo?
The-
I know you're not
the-
impressed, but I know you agree with me on this one. So let
The
let him know.
point.
What I'm
Yeah,
trying to
the-
say is, I could understand if this dude literally took the time and the effort to make everything from scratch. If it was his own title that he created, not the Stranger Things logo, his own logo, and slapped it on there, and someone took that design, yes, that was his work. But this guy just,
I kind of I fall in the middle between you two guys here. I
got
don't
no
see
words.
I have
I got no words from what Rick
I
just said
see
to me.
nothing.
Just accept
I mean, Rick is getting the wrong idea. Like
Yeah.
this guy did, I guess, from what the info you're giving us, he did design that himself,
Mhm.
like from scratch. But I'm of the train of thought regarding this, where it's just like, It's an old VHS tape. There's no design that you can really think about.
No, but he took the picture.
Like he took the picture. Like he took the picture of something else that was already pre-existing.
Imagine if you
So-
will.
There you go.
Okay,
You
no,
explained
no,
what
no,
I was trying
okay.
to say better.
But,
So-
well, now let me explain.
So it wasn't
to
an
you.
original creation by
Leo,
him.
but listen. Okay, so you like to go to Yosemite a lot, right?
Listen.
You like
Chris
going,
and Laura watching us.
you like going to Yosemite a lot, right?
Right.
So imagine you go to Yosemite and you're sitting with your family, I don't know, like on the top of a cliff somewhere, just checking out the scenery, like all the trees and everything is so awesome. All of a sudden you see a bald eagle just like soaring up, and you have your camera snap a picture of that eagle at that right moment when it's soaring up, and then somebody steals that picture from you. It's an eagle. You didn't create the eagle.
Right.
Now you see what I'm getting at.
No, I see what you're saying, but that other thing that he took a picture of, in this particular case, it's like something that's manufactured.
Yeah,
and
the
they're all
eagles
the
also
same,
manufactured.
and they're all the same.
So
and
I would
The eagles are all the same
to
as well.
that I would say,
it's like,
let's say he did that picture, right?
Mhm.
He goes to the Yosemite website.
Right.
He takes their logo, their design, their decal,
No,
slaps it on there,
But you're missing the point.
and here's
though.
the picture.
No,
Yeah,
look,
it was a nice picture.
No, this is the thing though, and the reason why he knew it was his picture. So you have the tape, and I know it's really hard for you guys to see it at home, but basically,
Yeah, it's all
see
white.
this
why are
little-
we spending so much time on
Look
this?
at this little imperfection right here,
It's fine.
Right.
and that, and then he showed the original tape. This is the tape. This is the picture I took.
Yeah, but that's not his design, though. That's what I'm trying to say. That's not his design to claim as his own.
Regardless,
Right.
Netflix got lazy. They could have taken a picture on their own of a VHS tape and done it.
Honestly, I
Instead-
think it's common practice. I don't even think it's like something where like they got lazy and just slapped it on. I mean, I think it's common practice, and we're just not aware to like 99%.
Did they
of
change
the
the
stuff
color
that
of the tape at
happens.
all or anything like
No.
that? Did they make any kind of
the
alteration?
only alteration they did was basically add the Stranger Things label and this like Fox.
Oh, okay. So they
Roman's
added the
watching
Stranger
us.
Things label.
What's- Yes,
It-
bro.
I gotcha.
No.
Okay, okay.
The tape that he took the picture of, it was just blank.
See, that was my misunderstanding. I was thinking that he did the Stranger Things.
By adding the
font on
Stranger
there.
Things label on it, they made it theirs,
Theirs.
and basically pretty much say like, "Hey, we don't care if you took this picture; it's ours now."
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole controversy.
Right. I mean, if it's,
Moving
I
on,
don't-
you didn't care.
I don't-
Whatever. I thought it was
I don't
gonna be
think-
more than that, especially because
big
Leo,
deal.
you know, is so much into like filming and the whole copyright law
design and all that.
I
I mean,
thought he was gonna be more.
I mean, on
into
a
it, but
technicality, what
I
they
guess
did
it's
is
like, meh, Leo condones stealing.
Oh.
That, you just
On-
heard it.
on Pancho trying to twist,
no.
spin it over here. He's Fox News, CNN.
Fake news.
Pancho's Fox News, CNN, Telemundo over here.
Oh man.
Anyways,
So we got
Tell
what?
us at home, what do you guys think?
We
Is
got,
is it cool to steal images from the internet and profit from them?
Sure, why not? So this Friday will be 2 weeks since The Punisher came out. I didn't binge it that
I
weekend.
went crazy.
I actually started watching it. When was it? Probably this Friday night, all the way up until about Sunday night, last night.
All right.
So I mean, I binged over this weekend, but I didn't binge it the opening weekend. And I gotta say, I like it.
I told
I
you.
really
told you
liked
you
it.
would. Yeah.
I'm gonna rank this one in regards to the whole of the Defenders, the 4 different characters with their own seasons. I'm gonna rank this right up there with Daredevil.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Okay, Leo made a really good point about it. He says that he likes the beginning and he liked the end. The middle was kind of iffy for him. And I don't know if you got that impression, Leo, but towards the end of the series, don't you think there's an easy way for the Punisher to jump into the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Yeah.
The way they ended it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So,
My take on this is just it starts off strong, and there's a lot of filler in the
yeah,
middle,
well, you have
and then
to give backstories.
and then it finishes
and-
strong.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was great. It was a great action, flick. Not flick, but
it could have been
series.
a movie. I think
Um,
I'm getting that
it-
vibe
it-
from
it
you.
It could have
Yeah.
easily been trimmed. You could have trimmed a
Yes.
lot of the fat and turned it into a solid 2-hour film.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it would have been excellent that way. It obviously was a series, so they had to put in a lot of filler, and I get that too. I mean, I saw the whole thing. I enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy the filler so much.
Look at what Andrew said. That
There
comment.
wasn't there. I didn't feel like there was that much of filler though.
Everything's free when you pay for internet, according to Andrew. So I agree to disagree. I guess you know
disagree.
we're not gonna condone piracy, Andrew.
I didn't
Not
feel like there
publicly.
was
Not public.
much of any filler.
What?
I
What
think
did you say?
And DGT's been shut down, guys.
I think
Oh.
this was a good.
And our DGT shows are being
What-
sold
what
in
do they
swap meets
call it?
across the nation.
What do they call it? A
Yeah.
depiction of what this character is. We didn't get
Frank
his
Castle.
origin because that was kind of
Rick,
in the,
your
in
arm's
the-
cutting off. I think we had a
That's cool.
conversation about this earlier.
I think you keep pushing me off screen, Mr. The Show Leo.
Look.
The show.
Look, get up in this.
There.
Get up in this.
There.
Right there.
See, now Pancho's like,
There you go.
it's like,
Bring it in,
it's like it's a
boys.
seesaw. Like, I push, he comes off, he pushes, we go. Anyways.
Paco's watching us. What's up,
So-
Paco?
We didn't get his origin because we've seen that in the movies in the past. In Daredevil, they kind of showed it, and even in this series, they did his flashbacks. He explained little pieces here and there, so that was good. I like it that they didn't do another origins of Punisher.
Because we knew from
Right.
Daredevil.
We saw the continuation after what happened with Daredevil,
Yep.
after what happened when he searched for the gang, the group that was responsible for his family's murder.
Spoilers,
I-
Rick.
This is well known. This is
I
is-
don't
this is
know.
part of
I
the
mean,
Punisher story.
I don't know.
So, I mean, I'm not giving details how he does it or anything, but I mean, that's essentially where the series starts. Where all that finished, now it's Punisher. Now it's like the next thing. What's happening? I liked it. I didn't feel like there was that much of a filler, if any. I enjoyed watching what was happening, what he was going through, what he had to basically put up with on a day-to-day basis. And I mean, if I'm not mistaken, the whole series takes place within about like a week. No, not a week. No, at the beginning it was like a 2-3 week time span, and then there was a couple days in between.
Julia's watching.
It wasn't like a whole long exaggerated thing where time is passing. It was basically like
Right, just kept going.
this is what's going on in his everyday life kind of thing.
So your take on it, Rick?
I liked it. I enjoyed the heck out of the Punisher.
Sweet.
Very
really
gory,
good.
Yeah.
very action packed.
Now you see why I stayed up all night.
It did get a little bit on the
On the not safe for work.
not safe for
territory.
work.
in SFW.
Well, you shouldn't be watching stuff like this at work.
Well,
Not safe for family.
Overall, I think it's probably like the third or fourth best of the Marvel series. we've
Daredevil's
seen so
still the
far.
best.
Daredevil's still the
Daredevil's
best.
like,
With Luke Cage, I thoroughly enjoyed Luke Cage.
Thoroughly.
Maybe even more than Daredevil. Maybe, but
Ooh.
I still put Daredevil at the top there.
look, it's all about
Um,
Iron Fist here, Leo.
And then,
Yeah.
and then
Now I'm just trolling Leo. He loves
Daredevil
Iron
season
Fist.
2. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
The rest were
So. All right.
yeah.
They were good.
Yeah, Punisher was
I-
good.
I enjoyed him.
Punisher.
All right.
I enjoyed
Cool.
it.
We
Moving
will
on.
agree.
Moving on.
Finally.
What are we looking at?
Yeah,
Some
dude, we're
Bob
taking
Ross
forever.
action here.
On the Marvel
Side of things.
on the Marvel
We
side of
have
things.
Bob Ross here. Actually, it's Deadpool, if you didn't know. And
If
it's
you
a
didn't know.
teaser trailer for Deadpool 2, which, if things happen the way Disney wants things to happen, we may see Deadpool in the Marvel Cinematic Universe at one point. Will it be Ryan Reynolds? It better be, but who knows?
I can't see for something like that. I don't see why they wouldn't. He's a very well-known public figure. He's already got a bunch of other movies that he's done under his
Green
belt.
Lantern.
Enough
Enough said.
I don't know about that.
He has a passion
Exactly.
to play this character.
He's got the
mentioned it
he's got the
before.
character down. He's got the look down. I mean, other than the prosthetics and whatnot. But I mean, he's got
He
the,
has the
the
look.
physical
Looks
build.
just like
You know,
him.
he's athletic. He's physically
Is
fit.
he?
And yeah, dude, haven't you seen this guy's cut? This guy's like ripped.
Yeah, yeah, I will do that.
No, dude, like look him up. But anyways,
I'm not gonna look up.
Look him up.
pictures
Look
of
him up.
Ryan Reynolds.
Is there something
So-
you're not telling us?
What the heck? dude?
so I don't see why they wouldn't take this
Oh,
character if legally speaking. I don't know, behind the scene of something else going on. but-
Fox owns a what's a distribution rights. Yeah.
So if they come up with something funky like that, then oh well. But if it all goes well, I want to see this
if
guy in
Disney,
MCU,
if Disney buys Fox, then you will see that. So who knows?
which
we
we
gotta
spoke
wait.
about a
That'd be
week, 2
great.
weeks ago.
I want to
Yeah,
see.
Disney wants to buy every movie studio in the world.
I honestly, I think Marvel might be too chicken to put Deadpool in one of their films.
No, I mean
because there's
this is,
no way you can cross Deadpool into anything else and still have those movies be rated PG-13.
What do you think they've been doing with
Punisher?
Punisher, with Blade, with all
Mhm.
the gore and violence? They'll do it if they deem it necessary, which they know. I mean, this isn't like, oh, who's Deadpool? They know who Deadpool is.
It may be just
No, what
a
I'm
thing.
saying is put it into an Avengers film.
Oh,
Because that's what we're talking about, crossing them over.
If
right?
that
So-
happened, Leo, I think it will be kind of like how they put Ant-Man in Civil War. Just like maybe 15 minutes max on screen time.
Yeah, it won't be entirely him, but it will be nice to have him included in there as well.
Yeah.
And you're also talking about they're going to be fighting aliens and
Yeah.
robots,
So-
not humans.
We're gonna see more than 60 characters on screen, and here it is, Infinity War. And basically, we just had the word this morning that Kevin Feige, the president of all things Marvel, pretty much said that Infinity War is the end of a cycle in the MCU. It's gonna be 10 years, guys, 10 years since Iron Man kicked off the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and this Infinity War will see the end of a lot of characters. He already
Now
said it.
I got a question. I know technically it was
Robert Downey Jr.
it was Iron
Kevin
Man,
Feige?
the Iron Man film, the beginning of the whole MCU.
Mm-hmm.
But didn't they, like, on a technicality, didn't they continue the story of the Hulk, which was already existing from the Norton film?
Because that
Right?
was part. It was
Yeah.
intended to become part of the MCU.
Right,
but
right.
Universal said, "Nah, you know what? We're gonna keep our rights and we're gonna distribute the film." But there's a technicality that they're able to use the Hulk so long as it's not a standalone movie. They can put the Hulk in every movie they want. Hence why he's in Thor Ragnarok and Avengers films. But they're not allowed to do a standalone film.
Like Spider-Man.
Yep.
Makes
Well,
sense.
it's different, but kind of the same
Similar.
idea. Yes.
So,
So that's why.
have they given any indications? Because, I mean, we already knew. We already know that the contract for some of these actors as those characters that they portray is going to expire or
Infinity
end.
War. Most
So-
of them are ending.
So we know that those characters are going to be done for that reason.
We don't know if they're gonna die or if they're gonna be just like, right, guys, see you later.
Have
I'm
they
going back to
indicated-
Asgard.
Okay, reset.
Yeah.
Have
No,
they
no,
indicated if they're going to continue with
Good
new
segue there.
new Avengers?
Yeah, they're not gonna reset the universe. The universe is gonna keep going, but what's ending is Iron Man, Thor, Captain America. Those characters are gonna be kind of like put away for a while, and we're gonna focus on Spider-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, and all the
Death
newer,
Note.
Death Note.
the newer characters that came out in like
Sure.
Phase 2, Phase 3.
Yeah.
But all the original ones, the ones you're seeing right here on screen, those are gonna be gone.
All the toy sellers are gonna
Yeah.
be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the ones that we basically have been seeing and well established up
Mhm.
to this point.
Yep.
The newer ones that they're
Oh, Black Panther's also no one.
sneaking
So he's
in,
gonna be in there.
those are
Yeah.
the new stuff.
I
that-
think they're setting it up for the acquisition
What I keep
because they need to make an X-Men film.
Well, that will bump this universe so much if they get the X-Men, because who cares about Iron Man
Well,
now?
that's
I-
Fox
I-
and
I-
Disney.
You know?
I think that's what they're laying the groundwork for.
It-
I
it-
wouldn't be
Fox and
surprised if
Disney.
Marvel's the one that's telling Disney, it'd be nice to get the X-Men back. How
You
can we make that happen?
Well, they're working on buying Fox, so
So
who knows?
they're sitting down at their little
Just-
expensive coffee shop, and some guys going like, "Well, Disney, it'd be sure nice
Plus-
if we could just get the X-Men back."
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Tarantino.
Why does
Okay,
it sound
Tarantino.
like South Park characters?
That's how they speak.
But
That's
check
Hollywood.
this out. Check this
That's
out. What
Hollywood
will
Can I finish?
accent.
Can I finish?
What will happen if Captain America dies, and then what's his name, Bucky, takes over the Captain America mantle like he did in the comics?
Well,
That
the
did happen in the comics, and the
Falcon
Falcon,
takes
mhm.
over the shield.
Yeah, both of them do at one point in the comics.
So I mean, there's a lot of possibilities.
Mhm.
So
Are we promoting now,
we'll leave it
guys?
So if you guys remember,
on the Marvel side,
it's still on the Marvel side. I don't know if you guys remember Disney Infinity. We talked about it in the
I
show
remember.
here many times because I'm
a
still
year or so ago.
a big fan of the games. Well, as you know, we announced it here too. The series ended last year.
Announced
This year,
it.
actually. This
No,
year,
wasn't it at the no, in March.
yeah,
in March.
March was the last time the servers were open, and that was it for Disney Infinity. Well, guess what? Disney is not done with Disney Infinity. So basically, they are recycling the
Sorry,
toys
just
as you see
kidding.
right here, and they're making a new line of toys called the Toy Box Action Figures. It's basically the same
Yay!
designs
Not
as the
yay.
Disney Infinity, but articulation. So I don't know.
So
Milking it?
the only difference is
Definitely
they're no
milking
longer
it,
going to
but
have the little
smart
chip reader
business.
thing
Yeah,
on
no,
the base.
it's not a video game
It's an
anymore.
actual action
An
figure,
actual
as
toy, yeah,
opposed to
yeah.
just having
Look at that Spider-Man. I like
the
a
the way he
little
looks.
statue.
Mhm.
Now you can actually play, which is
Yep.
cool.
$12 each. Yeah.
Yeah, smart business. Smart business. I like the idea.
And
That's a
it's
good
pretty much
business move.
every character that you see here that we've already seen in the toy box for Disney Infinity, but articulated now.
That's cool. I like
I'm
it.
glad I didn't buy as many as you did.
I bought every single one, guys.
Every single one.
Every single
I only bought-
My
Not all of them.
goodness.
I'd say about 80% of the season 3 or the 3.0.
The
Okay.
Marvel.
The Marvel guys.
Mhm.
That's it.
Oh,
and the Justice
Oh.
League.
Switching
What happened,
gears.
everybody?
DC taking
What
a
happened?
nosedive at the box office, beaten out by Coco this week. An excellent film.
Whoa.
But,
you all right there, buddy?
I don't know. I mean, I
was an
haven't gotten
exaggerated
final
cough.
numbers yet, but so far what I've gotten is they're losing big time on this, close to $100 million at this point, as of today.
And that's not
Ain't getting
counting
my money.
worldwide. That's just counting the U.S.
Right. So, I mean, I had no desire to go see this at the movie theater, and that's saying something considering Batman's in it.
You know, but we've heard from a lot of viewers that it's a good movie.
Yeah,
Right?
it's enjoyable. It's fun. It's a popcorn flick,
It's
is
a
what they say.
fun popcorn flick.
But, I mean, the point remains is that it's not going to continue the universe. So it's like...
Well,
like-
we already knew. It's like they
Yeah.
killed it before they even released the movie. They said, "Nah, it's done, guys. It's
The writing was on the wall the moment
beating a dead horse."
the moment that they said that Ben Affleck was off of the director's chair for the Batman film. That's when you know things were going wrong, and this is one of the results of it.
So we're talking about
So
Justice League itself.
this is gonna bring
is
it one
finished.
step closer to being acquired by Disney and seeing DC versus
What about-
Warner
Marvel
Brothers
films.
will
What about-
never sell this
What
property,
about
ever.
Individual? Another
rather-
Wonder
Those are
Woman.
They
continuing. 'cause
rather
Those are still going to
burn.
continue.
I don't know if you added to our playlist Shazam.
No, I wasn't
Okay.
able to find.
So let's
something.
talk about that. Basically,
Shazam!
Rodrigo Juarez is watching
The
us.
Rock has been
Gerardo Alvarado is watching us.
it's been appointed to play Black Adam.
Mhm.
Black Adam, I don't know if you're familiar. He's the enemy of Shazam.
Right.
Shazam, it's called Shazam now because previously he was called Captain Marvel. But because Marvel owns the
Okay.
right to Captain Marvel and they also have a Captain Marvel, they changed the name to Shazam, which is an acronym that, forgive me, I don't remember exactly what it means. But it's basically this kid, Billy, I can't remember
Bob
his last name.
Thornton.
No.
Batson, Billy Batson. He's the kid that encounters this
Oh,
wizard and pass
Batson.
on the powers to him.
Bad,
that
bad,
when
bad with
he
the shot
says the
By the
name-
powers of
son.
Shazam.
When he says
Sorry.
Shazam, you know, lightning strikes him and he becomes a superhero like
All buff.
Superman. Yeah.
He becomes Shaq.
Well,
No.
the guy that's
Not
been
that Shazam.
Shazam.
the guy that's been appointed to play Shazam is the guy from the TV show. What is his name?
Lou Diamond Phillips.
Yes, Lou Diamond Phillips.
That's our fill the
Remember
gap
the
name.
guy they made the voice for Flynn Rider in Rapunzel in Tangled. You know who I'm talking about?
No. I
Ah.
have no idea.
Zachary Levy.
Oh,
Levi?
the guy who
Levi.
played Hook in the new Pan film, the newer Pan
I
film.
haven't seen it. It could be.
I don't
know,
remember.
I'm just making it
I
up.
don't
I was
know.
gonna say, I don't
and-
remember who that hook was.
Anyway, I don't know if you guys seen The Office. He looks a lot like the guy that plays Jim in The Office.
Oh, cute.
Anyway, so yeah,
Don't
The
recall.
Rock is gonna be Black Adam. They already are pumping this film out, which was gonna be part of this universe, but now Justice League is not. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going with the
It's
individual
kinda what's
films.
the point?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh well.
We'll
I don't
see.
know. I would think that later on down the line they're gonna be like, just kidding, we're gonna bring him back. Moving on. Remakes.
Remakes? Are you serious?
Remakes.
So we have okay.
Remakes.
Authentic reaction.
Look at this, Leo. Look at this. What do you
Okay.
think about a remake of this?
It's too early, too soon.
Okay.
I think it's too soon.
But there's a trick to this. And
What's the
they're
trick?
playing with us so that we watch. Do you like watching Game of Thrones, Rick?
Heck yes.
Do you, Leo? Never seen it?
I've never seen it. I
Well,
want to, but I've never
They
seen it.
are kind of like piggyback riding off of that popularity, and we're gonna have a Lord of the Rings series, TV show series.
Ooh.
That
I don't-
once a week we're gonna see an episode about what we already saw in like 12 films of people walking to Mordor. What?
One whole season is like just crossing the marshes.
Yes.
Another season is crossing the desert.
Another season killing zombies.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
So I don't know. I don't know how. No, it's not a good thing.
They better, if they're gonna do
I mean-
this, they might as well like screw it up 100%. They might as well like
go all the way in.
go all in with like 80s superstar action flick actors.
I mean, but
I'm
look,
talking about Schwarzenegger, Stallone,
one does not simply
Dolph
put.
Lundgren.
Exactly.
I'm talking about
So they do the Lord of the
Kurt
Rings
Russell,
Fellowship
Michael
of
Douglas.
the Expendables.
Yes, all the actors that
That
are
would
in the
be actually
Expendables,
a
but
good
with
film,
Lord of the Rings,
yes.
just go all in. Jean-Claude Van Damme,
they,
Oh my god, dude.
they put like the bigger, buffer guys as the
Jean-Claude
halflings,
Van Damme,
as like Samwise.
Legolas.
Oh, dude.
I don't know
that'd be
how
hilarious.
much different you can make the story from the movies, though.
No, but see, look, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Just
have
go
to
all
think,
in and like
You have to think, if they were to take like all the lore, the history, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty that they can play with because they can invent a battle that happened over here
Mhm.
that we
Yeah.
never heard or saw.
Sure.
They can create this character that had a minor role here,
Like Peter Jackson did in The Hobbit.
but
yes.
over here he's more important.
Made 3 movies out of a
So,
little tiny
right?
thin book.
So, I mean, there's video games.
Yeah.
I thought I saw my phone. There's
Yeah, it's
video
right there. I see
games.
it too.
No,
I
I
see your
know.
phone too.
I thought something flashed
You're,
on.
you're not dying. Drake.
LASIK. So,
Exactly.
so
what you talking about?
there's video games, right? Shadows of Mordor
Shadows of
and
Mordor,
Shadows
yeah.
of whatever. Those are all in the storyline of what all this is. I see what they're going for.
Yeah, but they're going the exact same route.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it just depends on how they execute this. Because if they just have that movie split up into 10 episodes, it's gonna be boring. But if they got a lot of action, a lot of war, a lot of battling going on, then okay, it might hit.
Who knows?
might hit.
I'm not that big a fan of Lord of the Rings. My wife is, but I'm not. I mean, I watch them, I like them, I enjoy them, but not to the point of like. Now, if it was Star Wars and say like, yeah, we're making the remake of Star Wars on a TV show, saying, yeah, heck yes, I'll be there. I've seen it, but who cares? Let's see what they do.
You know, I never saw the
So.
second 3. The next 3 set
the prequels, you mean?
the prequels.
Hmm.
I never saw those. I just saw the Lord of the Rings, all 3, and I'm done.
Yeah. The Hobbit is actually much
The
better, I think, because
Newer.
it's newer. There's more CGI. There's there's a lot more action.
How is it?
Lord of the Rings is a lot of walking for some reason. I don't know.
Walking and talking.
Yeah.
Moving
Pretty
along.
much.
What do we got, Leo?
Right.
We got our screen.
Yeah.
Something mess up.
No, nothing messed up.
Goti, as I like to call it.
The Game of the Year awards in Britain, was it?
I think it was Britain.
It's the
Could've been
largest.
Japan. No, Britain.
It's I think the largest and second oldest video game awards
Worldwide.
organization worldwide that presents these types of awards. Awarded this what was it? The
Prestigious.
24th of November, was it?
I think so. Yeah.
The award to The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Very good. I wholesomely agree with that decision.
Yeah.
I've been
It
playing
was
it a lot.
it was a tight race, I think. Definitely a great game. Definitely deserving of Game
yeah.
of the Year award. But also there was a lot of games left out.
Well, they
Personally,
didn't make it.
I liked Horizon a little bit more than this game. But I know that's all personal taste. Definitely a great game. I can't say enough good things about it.
Yeah.
Would you care to elaborate on that?
Dude, it's so good. I don't want to finish it. Let me put things into
It's so
perspective.
good.
I could have finished the game months ago, but I've decided that I don't want to go to the final battles just yet because I want to keep playing. So I've been doing a lot of side quests. I've been doing a lot of side jobs.
If they had the some sort of achievement system, that's what you want to do. It's just platinum this thing.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah.
get
And I'm pretty
everything
sure I'm probably gonna
before you
do
actually
that.
finish
Yeah.
it. Mhm.
Because basically, there's another DLC coming. in December.
Another one.
Yeah.
Or is this the first one?
Well, the game already included a DLC where you can get the Master Sword completely powered up, which I did. And so now, basically, I have no foe that can kill me that easily because I have the power like He-Man. No, but basically, the new
the power of
DLC that's
Hyrule.
coming out in December is called The Ballad of the Champions. And it's supposed to explore the backstory of this game, what happened 100 years ago. For those of you that play the game, you know what I'm talking about. There's 10,000 years ago and then 100 years ago to present time in the game.
Right.
So I'm like, look,
Is the
I'm not done
DLC
yet.
free or do you have to pay for it?
No, you have to pay for it. Dude.
How much
Yeah.
is each DLC?
Well, the first one that I bought was $20, and it included the Master Sword quest, and it also included something else. What did it include, dude? Like more side quests.
Wasn't there side stories?
Yeah, side stories. Yeah, things like that. So now this new one, which we don't know exactly what it's going to entail, it's going to be a completely new adventure. Is how they're promoting it. The Ballad of the Champions.
Right.
So it's probably going to be set in the past. And we were hoping that you were going to be able to control one of the champions. But I think, no, I think you're still controlling Link. But I'm guessing 100 years ago from the present time.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does definitely sound like it's an entirely different game then.
Mhm.
I haven't played this. I mean, it looks cool. I may play it soon, guys.
Dude, yeah.
Get that Switch, man.
I will tell you, having the Switch as a portable definitely helped me get into this game so much because I actually attempted to play the previous one. I think it was Skyward Sword. I could only play it at night. Only, when you're done with work, when you're done with whatever chores you're going to do, you start sitting down at 10 o'clock at night and you end up like at 3 in the morning. All right, okay, I guess it's time for bed. Having it portable, it's like you pick it up. It's a pickup game. Like, all right, let me do a side quest for like this 10, 15 minutes I have on my break. And it's awesome. So
Now, I was doing a little bit of reading on
Oh, were you now?
It winning the Game of the Year awards and I know they tally the awards based on a lot of criteria that they follow. One being the general consensus of people who rate the games within the video games industry. The other being a large tally of votes by the fans.
And how many copies they've been sold and things like that.
So they take like a whole smorgasbord of things into consideration before they give out the award.
Right.
Which I think is probably the best way. But at the same time, I ask myself, when you bring in the fans into it, there's no real way of being able.
Trolls.
There's I mean, aside from that, yes, there's trolls can get organized. We've seen it happen many times before. But
Anonymous, I'm looking at you.
But aside
Don't shut us down. Sorry, take it back.
just him, guys. No, but aside from that, what I guess the point I'm trying to make is, how many of these people actually played all the candidates for Game of the Year award? And ended up just voting based on like, no, that's my favorite franchise of all time.
Yeah.
You know, how many just voted that way as opposed to like giving each game an honest chance? I mean, I understand when it's people within the industry that actually most of them have to sit down and have these deep honest conversations about, hey, I played all 5 of these games that are candidates and I think this one is the best because of this and this and that. Having that personal experience with all those games, I would assume that probably has a little bit more weight to it. That type of award that leaves all the fanboyism out of it. What do you guys think of that? Is it fair of me to like question that? Should they just have like a fans choice award versus like all around choice award? Because it's like the Academy Awards, they don't put those awards based on popularity like to the fans.
Yeah, but
they base it on people within the industry. Like they I guess you could say they have the refined tastes. It's like a wine taster.
But
like,
do they have the absolute best critiquing skills that you should 100% rely on?
Compared to your average Joe that doesn't play all the games?
I mean,
I would say yes.
It kind of goes along the lines with like movies, the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same
it gets
idea.
bad reviews, but you go and see the movie and say, I liked it.
Yeah.
It was good.
No, right. I get that. But when you're comparing, let's say, well, how many candidates was it? Do you know, like 5?
There were a lot more than that. But they have like tiers where like, okay, we're gonna start with this many, and then little by little they're
right. But
knocking
they
them
end up
out.
with like pool of 4 or 5,
yeah.
right? So let's say you end up with that pool of 4 or 5. I would say that in order to make an honest assessment of which game is better, the person making that choice would have to have played those 4 or 5 games to be able to compare them equally, and just like say, like, instead of me saying, well, I only played Breath of the Wild, but I didn't play those other games, so I'm going to vote for Breath of the Wild. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No, that I
get it.
completely
And
understand.
I think that's how a lot of the
It's probably what happens.
like
a lot.
the fan choice awards.
Well, it's
I
gonna
think
be-
that's a separate category, and I think it's very fair. Like, yeah, the fans get to vote too. They get to give.
I mean,
their own
well, yeah,
award.
you're talking
the
about
main
having
one, I
a
think-
biased and an unbiased vote mixed into one pool. It's always going to happen. You're always going to get that. But in reality, when you get that mixture, regardless, you're going to get a decent outcome.
Yeah.
Even though you have lots of people that, like you said, have never played the other ones,
Mhm.
but just because they loved Zelda was a theme that they grew up with, and Zelda all
Right.
the way, right?
Plus, the perk out of all the Game of the Year games is that you get them for cheaper later on with the little Game of the Year
Woo!
label on them, so
Yeah,
everybody can play it.
I like.
So yeah, I get what you're saying, but I mean,
Mhm.
unfortunately, that's how it is. Regardless, you're always going to get people, even qualified people, have a degree of they just stick to this rule and apply it to everything like a
Right,
template,
right.
and that's not truly how it goes. You know, it's an experience that should be per person.
See, Leo thinks that the Ninja Turtles movies are the best in the world, and we don't. Obviously,
we're talking about the
so-
Michael Bay movies.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think they're the best movies,
No, you do.
but I did think they're way better than people give them credit for.
Yeah. think
I
that's
fell
what-
asleep on the first one.
Yeah,
so-
me too, dude.
I mean, that's just me though.
Right,
That's
when
just me,
when
and I
Splinter
I
was supposed to
recognize.
fight.
But see, here's the thing. I recognize I'm a fanboy.
Okay, yeah.
I recognize it, and I am not afraid to admit it. I'm a
But I
fanboy,
love the Turtles as
And
well, Leo,
I-
and I don't like those
We
movies.
grew up with the Turtles.
and I thoroughly enjoyed those films. I let go of any kind of high expectations I had for those. I just went in there to have fun, and that's exactly what was delivered for me. I wasn't expecting anything that was earth-shattering or,
Alright,
or deep
alright.
or
Yeah, but that's
emotional.
a clear example
Yeah.
of what Leo's talking about
Right,
when
right,
it
right.
comes to choosing that game. So
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
so that I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I would have voted them higher, but me as a fan,
yeah,
but me as a critique, me
You
as,
will look
as
more
a
into,
person
like,
within
how
the
was it
industry,
made and-
I would have
yeah.
told you that movie's no good. That movie's a 6 at best. You know, a 6 out of 10 at best. But as a fan, I would give that movie an 8. You
Yeah.
know, because I personally enjoyed it so
I
much.
wanted to survive.
But one more thing before
One
we leave,
more
you know,
thing.
we talk a lot about films, we talk a lot about video games. This is the best of both worlds.
Mario?
A new Mario film is in the works.
Oh, that's right. We forgot about that completely.
Oh, it's an actual film?
Yeah, dude. Well, it's gonna be a cartoon. I
yeah.
think.
It's gonna be made
Like
by the
Pixar
guys,
style.
the guys who brought to you the Minions film.
Mhm.
They're working on a new Super Mario film. And here, what I'm showing you is just, you know, from the Nintendo. I think it was the Nintendo Direct. I'm not 100% sure, but it's like a promotional video that Nintendo did for all of us fans, where Mario's sitting down reading viewer mail, and he sits down for like a good 2 minutes or so, and he's just talking about, you know, the viewers and the
What do you
video game
want
and
from
everything.
me? Yeah.
And anyways, the main thing I want to point out, this is actually the first time that Mario actually sits down and has a full-on conversation and talks.
Which I don't
and-
agree with.
And you don't agree with
No.
what?
I think Mario should stay a character like Mickey Mouse is a
Oh,
character.
yes, I see what you're saying. No, but that's what I mean. Like, it was so awkward to just hear him like
You don't
say
like,
more than just a phrase.
You don't
at
you
a
don't like
time.
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
I do.
I mean,
but that's different.
we
though.
do have that old Super Mario Super
Hot
Show,
dog,
but
hot dog.
that almost seems like
Hot
it's
dog.
not canon. You know what I
Right.
mean? But and this, I don't know, man.
It's different because we grew up
we
with
hear
Mario.
the actual
But
man
he
who
didn't
voices
talk,
Mario
yeah.
in the video games, and he's doing his thing, and it just came off as a little bit awkward. I hope that gets polished up for when the film comes out, and I'm also hoping they don't give him too much dialogue, because
So
It's just
would you
keeping that-
prefer it like he does his own acting, but he's limited to just his wah, yeah, woo.
No,
Exactly.
like I think dialogue is important.
Mamma mia.
However, tone down that cartoony-ish dialogue.
That racist Italian slurs.
Oh, I don't. Honestly, I don't think it's racist. A lot of people may differ in their opinion on
yeah.
that. That's another
Ba-ba-da-boopy.
whole other topic. But
Bricks that
but
been
yeah, it
racist.
was just a little bit awkward to hear it, and I think it needs a little bit more
And
polish,
more work.
or they might need to get somebody else to voice the
Yeah,
Italian
it's too
plumber.
Cartoony, yeah.
I think it
don't know.
would work as a short cartoon, but
Not a
as a
movie.
feature length,
Universal,
I
who
don't know if I could
knows?
take that.
He should do
high-pitched.
He should remember the old Mario
AJ
show.
Bishop's watching. That's
Remember the old Mario show with Captain what's his name? Captain Lou Albano.
Albano.
Albano, yeah.
Yeah, Albano.
Do the
Albano.
Mario.
They should have that where like the intermission, little 1-2 minutes here and there with him talking, doing something silly, and then the cartoon or the show or whatever happens.
If I was a writer for that film, I would do some sort of like Little Mermaid thing where at some point they take away his ability to speak. And he can only speak in like short.
You just got Little Mermaid, son.
like he has the ability to only speak in short phrases. So everybody around him is kind of like in a way like talks or understands him and understands him as
That just
he
sounds
is.
so wrong, dude. That's like he made him disabled. He made him like handicapped.
Hey, that Little Mermaid got away with it. I don't see why Mario can't. Yeah, wahoo! It's a me, Mario. Him saying all those things, but
You
just
have
that.
to remember, though,
Nothing
Leo.
deeper.
Remember when we got the Nintendo 64? Well, you did, because I just went and played with you,
yes.
and you loved, like, oh my God, he talks.
Yeah, that was the first time he actually spoke in a video game, and it's the same actor. From
Yeah.
that moment
Yep.
forward,
Yep.
it's been we've never heard a different voice.
That
out of
guy's
Mario.
done his voice, Luigi's voice, Wario's, Waluigi, and I think like 2 other characters too.
Right.
That guy.
I think he's talented. I
Very.
like the Mario voice from the video games. I'm just not sure it would work for a feature length film if he has a lot of dialogue.
I think it'd be awesome, like you said, if they do something. If Universal's doing the movie and the guy that did the Minions, if they do something like the Minions, where he talks gibberish every once in a while,
Right.
that could work.
That could work too. Yeah. But I don't know.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I have.
I don't
no
know
idea.
about the gibberish.
It's just one of those wait and see type of things.
Dale.
We'll just
We'll-
have to
we'll
wait and see. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for everybody that joined us today. I try to do my best and keep an eye on the feed and just say salutations to some of the people joining us as the show is happening live. I apologize if it's a little distracting, but I also want to make sure that our fans get the proper shout outs, and not just fans, but just people watching us, even if you're not a fan.
Yeah.
Because you
Check
are a
us
fan.
out.
So
We love everybody.
yes, we do.
Got enough love to share.
Guys,
Okay.
good show. Good show. I'm going to wrap it up now.
All right.
Like a present.
I'm Leo along with
Rick.
and
Francisco.
until next time, enjoy your games, love your families.
It's
Toodaloo.
Daddy's game time.
Remember to check us out at digitalgametime.com. Also at keywords Digital Game Time on social media such as Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.